y'all talk about our takes on here, and then y'all come in these comments and say some of the most ridiculous stuff on God's green earth and on Al Gore's
Reach.
internet. I can't really find the exact comment, but basically, all right. So we had y'all know we talked about Mortal Kombat countless times on the podcast, and for some reason I always go viral for just telling the truth. If you can't accept it, then I guess that's just a personal problem. But so we were talking about MK, the collection that they're coming out, the MK Classic Collection, right? And
I could try to find a comment. Which one was it
basically the
pertaining
guy
to?
was talking about MK Armageddon being the best thing on PS2, and that's the whole reason I want to do this, because I'm just like, all right, man, y'all got to stop this. I need y'all to expand y'all gaming horizons. So what I want to just basically, I just basically wanted to come from this from like, y'all talk about our takes on here, and then y'all come in these comments and say some of the most ridiculous stuff on God's green earth and on Al Gore's internet. And then y'all be like, man, and first of all, y'all talking about, man, they must be too, bro. I am 30, I'll be 35 in December. We are all in our 30s. None of us are, we are 30s. So are y'all in the comments talking about, man, he must be the iPad baby. Bro, Netscape Navigator. I know what Netscape Navigator is.
Right.
No, many people know what Netscape Navigator is, but come on, man. Magic School
Deep
Bus
cut.
on PC. Like, but anyway, I was talking
Oregon
about
Trail on Mac.
Right? I have died of dysentery. He was talking about the games being old and dusty, and it's like they are old and dusty. Like, he didn't say they were old and terrible. MK1,
Right.
MK2, MK3, those are dusty games. Even Deadly Alliance, those games are old and dusty. MK has been around like 30 years plus now. Like, those games are old and dusty. Like, that's just a fact. Like, that's not saying the games suck. They're just, I love MK3 is my favorite MK3, UMK3, and like Trilogy. Those are my favorite MKs. But they're old and dusty.
I think I found a comment. The guy said MK Armageddon was the best thing to hit the PS2. Is bro even looking at the game he's hating on?
Now I gotta get you, boy. Come here, boy. Get over here. So I'm gonna read off a list of games. For you to say the best thing on, like, I get it, and I've had this conversation with friends before. You can have fond memories of something, right? And it might not have been the best thing, but it might have been fun to you, right? There's an objective and a subjective element to stuff that you consume, right? MK1 was objectively just a bad overall game. Now, one could say they have fun playing a game. I even had fun playing a game at certain points, but it just wasn't a great game. It's not even, like, to me, the top of MK games, right? If you were to make a top 10 MK list, MK Armageddon don't even make the top 10 of that. There's a lot of, somebody might have liked Sub-Zero Mythologies. It was a bad game. As a kid, I remember playing it, and I was always cool, like an adventure game with Sub-Zero. It's cool. But as an adult, I look back, the game was terrible. It was garbage. MK Special Forces was garbage. Just because you have fun playing them or good memories don't mean they were the greatest thing ever. Now, the best thing on PS2, you must have only had Armageddon. There's no way you could have had any other games on PS2 and you say that was the best thing on PS2. It's not even the best fighting game on PS2. It's not even the top 10 Mortal Kombat game. So for you to say on PS2, a classic, a bona fide classic system with so many games, I can't, bro. I made a list: Tekken 5, Virtua Fighter 4, CVS 2, Tekken Tag 1, Street Fighter EX3 are all better games than Armageddon. And those are all just fighting games I've listed on PS2. Soul Calibur 2, Guilty Gear X2, those are all better than Armageddon. Armageddon is known to be one of the worst MK games ever. I get it. They drew you in, they pulled on your heartstrings. Hey, we got all the characters returning, and we got this huge roster of characters. They almost got me when I was young. I'm like, man, they got all the characters. This is like the new age MK trilogy. Oh, man. And the game sucked. Fatalities, garbage. The gameplay was just The 3D games in general was they were kind of Deception was like the peak of that, I feel. MK4 star, even MK4. Like, I liked MK4 to an extent, but MK4 wasn't the greatest game. It was an okay game at the start to start the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. It was okay. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best, but it was all right. In my opinion, I think it was still better than Armageddon. But we know those 3D games were kind of, they had some stains on them. MK versus DC. That
Classic.
that's a game that was created. So those are the fighting games. You got Final Fantasy X, Jak 1, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Jak 3, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, Shadow of Colossus, San Andreas, God of War 1, God of War 2, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, Burnout Revenge, Burnout Takedown, Ratchet and Clank, Deadlock, SSX, Tricky, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Warrior Within, Two Thrones. All those games are better than Armageddon. You cannot say something like MK Armageddon was the best thing on PS2. Can we please be more informed? I just had to say this because it's like people y'all be talking about our takes sometimes. It's whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But when you say something with such vigor and conviction, I gotta get you because that is just false. That's just false. I get it. You might have had fun memories playing the game, and that's true. I'm pretty sure you did, right? But to say that was the best thing on PS2, either the only game you ever played on PS2 was Armageddon, or you had very bad taste in games or a limited taste in games, because that's just ridiculous, bro. PS2 has released some classics, some bangers since I've been alive. There's no way. There is absolutely no way. And this I'm forgetting games. Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm forgetting other stuff.
Right.
Like MK Armageddon probably ain't even a top 500 game on PS2. Like, if we being honest here, like, come on, bro. Like,
that's definitely gonna be the opening clip.
Star Ocean 3, like all these other games. I know a lot of these aren't fighting games, but you said this. You said Armageddon was the best game on PS2. I had to get over here. I had to pull you in and combo you real quick because we can't be saying stuff like that in the comments, man. And then people come in, yeah, you right, man. Also, you must have only played MK Armageddon 2. So, man, I am so sorry for the people that had a PS2 and they only had that one game. We have a member on this podcast that has some decent memories of MK Armageddon. He had one of the most hilarious stories I ever heard about MK Armageddon. I had never heard a story that funny before, but I guarantee you that he would have much rather played Soul Calibur 2 than MK Armageddon. I can guarantee that. So, I don't know. I just want us to be informed, man. As gamers, like I know a lot of people are not. There's another video topic that came up this past week. Modern gaming is dead, and I got a video coming for that because I'm so sick and tired of hearing this comment. And it's coming from people that play. I got a ball in my hand. I got a gun in my hand. If you only play those two types of games, you don't have any reason. You don't have any validity to say gaming is dead. If every game you play is, I got a ball in my hand, I got a gun in my hand, you just be quiet. And you're going to say gaming is dead. Just say, hey, I have limited. I would say you have bad taste in gaming. But if I will be honest, I should say, you just have a limited taste in gaming. So this is kind of along the same lines of that. But yeah, like, you can't be saying stuff like that. Like, that's just, like, what are we doing? Just be more educated, right? I get it. Everybody's not in the zeitgeist of gaming. They don't keep up with stuff. They don't play a lot of stuff. But, man, if you've only played such a limited range of games, you can't say that. Because to say that, it's like you played a multitude or all games on PS2, and then you say MK Armageddon is the best game ever. Come on, bro. It's not even the best MK. Like I said, it's probably not even top 10 Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate 3, Trilogy, Deception. That's 5 games right there. MKX, MK9, MK10. And I got 2 more to go. MK Armageddon ain't been nowhere on that. Shaolin Monks, that's 9. And just to say Mortal Kombat OG, that's 10 games. And Mortal Kombat Armageddon went nowhere in there.
Nope.
All right, I'm done, man.
Well, I can't speak too much about this because, as he already said, one, I have very fond memories of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and I also have, like he said, a funny story about Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So, it always holds a special place in my heart. And plus, on top of that, I mean, I've given fighting game takes that I'm sure if I go to the next Evo, somebody go run up on me for what I've been saying about Third Strike. So,
but I can guarantee you that you wouldn't say Armageddon is better than CVS 2 or Soul Calibur 2.
No, I ain't lost my mind. You know, I still got full
Okay.
cognitive function.
Okay.
But you know, some people wouldn't agree though. So like I said, I'm expecting to get ran down on the next time I step out at an event. So like, what you say about their strike? Like, wait, hold what?
Run the
So
fade.
anything you want to say? E?
Oh yeah, I gotta. Yeah, man. I was very. It was very interesting looking at some of the comments that people put on this video. I was very surprised, but not surprised because people who are ill-informed tend to make ill-informed decisions and make ill-informed comments on videos. Like for
Somebody
instance,
said you look like Devon Dudley. I was like,
yeah, I know,
dang.
right? Like, yeah, I mean, you know, what? Yeah, I know. It's like children, man. Children, what are you going to do, bro? Like, I don't know what to say.
Put somebody through a
What are you going to
table.
do? Man, I know, man. I wish I could put some of these people in these comments through tables, to be honest. Like this is a comment from yesterday. This is a comment from one day ago, right? Look at this. I'm sorry. I'm going to do a voice because, to be honest, to me, this is what you sound like. This is by what is this? Rapid Retro Venue 563. What new and cooler games? 95% of modern games suck. Then you get the few good ones, and the devs patch it and mess things up because they listen to the wrong people. This guy's got to be Mimi because a big part of why older games were better is because they don't get screwed up with modern updates and patches. These dusty old games are actually going to save the lifespan of modern consoles because now more people with good taste in video games will actually have a reason to power on modern consoles to begin with. Are you kidding me? Like, did you actually like sit down and think this? You edited this post. You had a chance to delete this, and you decided, oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna spruce it up a little bit. I'm like, bro, you had a chance to rewrite this, and you went with this. This is the comment you went with, bro. Like Mr. Gamerlift said, you want 95% of new games? Bro, what games do y'all be playing to make a statement like this? How are you what are you playing on? Are you playing on like a VTech, like one of those little VTech like LCD computers, trying to like what's called piece together words or something like that? Are you kidding me? 95% of modern games suck? Bro, I just don't get it, man. What games are you playing? What games are you playing for you to make a statement like that and then think that you are correct? Makes no sense. This is, and the thing about this is I'm going to actually reply to this directly on the video, but I also wanted to address it right here on camera. What are you even talking about? Then of course that one dude, the warmonger, of course, talking about how like, oh yeah, Armageddon was the best thing to hit PS2. I'm not even going to Mr. Game and Lift already buried that, so I'm not even going to go back to that. But it's just really weird, like dude saying that mental gymnastics with y'all is crazy, but I can match it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You basically said you played other games on the PS2 and then say that MK Armageddon is the best one. What? Either I don't understand how you could make that assessment. There's no way you could have played other games on PS2 and made the assessment that, yeah, the best game on PS2 is MK Armageddon. Bro, there's no way. You are either delusional or you are just flat out, you didn't expect to get commented on and you were just doubling down on what I would consider just being like a particularly just like ill-informed comment. Like you have no idea what you're talking about. Old and dusty games. The whole thing, people harping on the whole old and dusty games thing. It's like, I've already addressed this before. I didn't say that they were bad. They're old. They are old. They're not new games. Obviously, they're not new games if they came out 30 years ago, if they came out 10 years ago, if they came out 20 years ago. They're not new and in vogue games. So if they're not new and in vogue, they're old and dusty. When was the last, like before we had that video, think about this. When was the last time you played Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 1?
I was just about to say that, E. Like what? But people talking. When was the last time you played those games?
Yeah. When was the last time you played them? Like in recent memory, you probably haven't played those games in years. And you probably haven't even thought about them that much, except when somebody brings up Mortal Kombat, you're like, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, trilogy. One dude on here was talking about like what's called like MK games, like from the past were like better, because they don't have like DLC and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, they didn't have DLC, but you know what they did have? Multiple versions of the same game. So it's like MK3, Ultimate MK3, Mortal Kombat, MK trilogy. Like those are all basically like different versions of the same game. So you're talking about DLC and stuff like that. That's not much different than like downloading a new pack of characters. At least in this case, you don't have to go to the store and buy the game. You can just download the new stuff. So I don't understand. Like this is one of the things that always wants to get so down on DLC and updates all the time. Bro, this is kind of like, in some ways, this is kind of saving you from having to buy a new game. In the olden days, they would have just said, oh, we're just going to release a new game and you're just going to have to pay for it. And that's just the end of it. And we would have willingly accept that because that was the only way. But now you don't have to accept that. You pay like $20 and get like the new like add-on or whatever, like Street Fighter 4, like Super Arcade Edition, Ultra Street Fighter 4, and it's fine. But like, I mean, at least I don't have to actually go to the store and buy a new copy of the game anymore. But it's just really weird how like everybody got so mad about saying like the games are old and dusty, and they are old and dusty. You can like them. I have no issue with people liking games. I don't even have an issue with people liking Street Fighter 2. But my problem with Street Fighter 2 is that the game is old and it takes up a slot for newer games. And of course, if you have the misguided perception that 95% of new games are bad, then of course you're going to be like, oh, well, we need to just bring back Street Fighter 2 over and over again. Why? You're not giving any of the other games any chance to breathe. You would rather go back and play a game from 30 years ago than take a chance on a new game that might be your new favorite game. Because like, stop being scared. Stop being scared. Go out there and experience a new game. You might find that you like something. And for the love of everything good, please don't come out here saying that what's called that MK Armageddon is the best game on PS2. I think that is probably one of the most blasphemous statements I have ever heard anybody say on YouTube. And speaking of which, somebody on the video commented, they said, this is like the worst video I've ever seen, You're a person on the internet going like just existing, and this is the worst video you've ever seen on the internet, bro. Real talk. Number one, like how, like, I mean, the internet is vast and there are some really crazy videos out there. How is this the worst video you've ever seen? Number two, if this is the worst video you've ever seen, consider yourself lucky. That's all I got to say. Consider yourself lucky, because there's some stuff that will scar you out there. So you're welcome for this being the worst video you've ever seen.
Well, there you have it. I'm sorry. I don't have no vigor for y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? I like Armageddon. I have fun times with it and stuff like that. And I read the comments, and it's I'm pretty sure if I can remember one, there's probably one that I was like, this person lost their mind. But hey, I'm sure I'll have one the next time y'all start glazing Third Strike or something. I'll make sure to put y'all in your place. Or the next time people start disrespecting, Street Fighter 4, or not want to give love to Soul Calibur 2, I come in and, or y'all don't see what's gonna happen is one day Shao gonna come out here and win one of these events, and then y'all go sit here and not want to put his name in GOAT conversations. Then I'm gonna have to come and check somebody because y'all tripping. Like, Daigo's y'all blinded. That's all I gotta say. But anyway,
I want to say one last quick thing. Y'all please be respectful. I just read a comment where dude was like, bro, these games are classic. Everybody don't need to be on YouTube. First, the grammar in this is just absolutely horrendous. This dude is a lame in real life. I am done. It's like referring to eat. I'm like we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in. But hey, keep it respectful. Don't talk about people in real life, because this is content we're making, stuff we love doing. I just want people to be informed about the games. Making a comment like that is crazy about MK being the best on PS2, but keep it respectful because this ain't got nothing to do with people personally. And we never say the games weren't classic. They are old. They're old and dusty, right? Something you haven't picked up in years. It's probably gonna have dust on it. That's it. Just keep it respectful, okay? Like we appreciate y'all, but when y'all be in the comments, some of y'all be talking at the side of y'all neck, the side of your eyeballs. But we appreciate y'all, but some of y'all be in the kind of,
Yeah.
All right, but we reached the end of another episode. Hopefully, MC Amazing don't, end up having to one of y'all.
He gonna bring out the table for real. One of y'all he gonna bring out the table for real. Put one of y'all through.
I will if I have to.